Rick, how are you, buddy? What up, Bobcat? My peeps are starting to roll in this morning. How is everybody? So it's going to be a nice mild day here in Washington. Not much of a sun showing through just yet. I mean, it could burn off, but I don't think it will. I think we'll stay in overcast all day today, which is cool. What's up, Rob? Wanted to go get the girls early yesterday, but can't go get them until today. Which is fine. Get them a little earlier than normal, so. Ooh. Guess what? It's starting. Littlefoot, what's up, buddy? We're going to have to take this party inside, you guys. It's starting to rain. No outside streaming today. Bring this party inside. Just shut it off. I know I could just click the button to turn off the AI rain, but I didn't. What's up, Drew? How you doing, buddy? Haven't seen you in a minute. So what we'll do is we'll just come and sit down in the old kitchen. We ain't had rain at our place for 2 months. Oh, that sucks, Candace. Dry spells around here last about, I don't know, a week and a half before we start getting more rain again. I think we'll go in the living room. Sit down on the old couch. Go. Let me switch this to all chat. What up, Chris? So yeah, tear in the right knee, needing surgery. 2 to 4 weeks out on scheduling. 2 to 4 weeks out before I can heal enough to where I can even drive to the store or walk around on it. So looks like I invented mustache rides. No, not that burly. I mean, it's not a 70s stash, that's for sure, but I've been known. What's up, Dutch? What's up, Swamp Dog? I can change something there really quick, too. Hi, Angela. How are you? Participation, subscribers only. What's up, Hilo? So now the trolls will at least have to subscribe before they can troll. It went okay, Sir Greystone. It went all right. Wasn't quite what it needed to be, but that's all right. I'm still getting it done. I'm still selling to people in the community, which is great because I know it's going to a good home. So I'm okay with that. Nah, Angela, you got to catch up on it while you can. I feel you. I'll have more shipping labels created this weekend. I'll have things out on Monday for everybody from the auction on Friday. I do have some people that are just carrying wallets with me though too. So, and we will have more auctions. There'll be another auction this week. There'll be another auction around the 1st as well. I do have some more silver, lots of eagles. I do have some more gold. Yeah, I missed International Stacker yesterday. I was getting the show ready, so I didn't get a chance to get any claws, but that's all right. I know it is. I still have, I mean, every piece of gold I have is still fractional. I got the quarter ounce 1885 Princess Liberty coin. I've got the 1910 half sob that I need to go still, and we've got 2 more dos pesos and a 1/500th that needs to go. The one I have another 1/200th, but that has been spoken for overnight, and that's going to go to the Flying Dutchman. Yep, the Flying Dutchman is getting the 1/200th. Send to. I will end up having to sell the bull eventually if my disability doesn't come in anytime soon. I also got to sell that ATB also. And I've got some pretty cool specialty copper that we'll throw in the next auction. I mean, I can't expect it to go out for any high dollar amount or anything, but email me, Sir Greystone. What up, 210? I did sell that backyard bullion bar last night as well. I don't have Zelle Bobcat Pro. I have Venmo, Cash App, and PayPal. My bank doesn't support Zelle. It does suck, Angela. I know you did, Sir Greystone. Yeah, just email me that you want the other one and we'll just double it up. And I'll just put them both in your pack. TheHumbleStacker7@gmail.com. I can't type it in because the way I'm streaming it won't let me do it. Do have 21 awesome people in here. You guys are amazing. 19 now. YouTube does some funky things. Sometimes it'll show me 20. Sometimes it'll drop it down to 12 on the next second it resets up. It's kind of crazy. Yeah, I use Chime. I have a digital bank. I got out of a brick and mortar when I stopped working at a brick and mortar. Angela, let me tell you something about that. Okay? You can feel a certain way about it if you want, but let's be quite honest with you. Okay? You took care of them all them years. They didn't have to bat an eye. Okay? They didn't have to worry about anything. It's just coming full circle, honey. What up, blue collar? Just coming full circle. Just because they're helping doesn't mean that you owe them anything. You've already put in your work. Right? You've already put in the work. You've done all the jobs. You've wiped all the scraped knees. You've helped blow all the stuffed noses. You helped with all the homework. You already did your part. I hope you understand where I'm coming from. I know a parent's job's never over. I get that. I get that. But you shouldn't feel bad. I get it, Angela. I get it. But, like, listen. Blue collar, thanks for popping by, buddy. Good morning, Bear. How you doing, buddy? And they worried something happened. Still on the hustle. Yeah, no, Angela, you God, my face. I'm gaining so much weight because I'm not working. No, you've put in your work. You've done your part. Doing pretty good, Bear. I'll have your stuff loaded up for drop off. I'll call you when I head out. Probably gonna be around 12-ish. So I gotta figure out a way to get my brakes done. Gots to get the brakes done. Thanks, SGT. It's definitely weird auctioning on my YouTube channel. But it is getting done. I will have some proof dimes up on the next auction as well. Got some really nice silver proof dimes. What is this stream about? This is an AI stream, AMRS or AMSR. This is an AI stream. And it started raining, so I had to go from the outside to the inside because, I'm AI, so I can't get wet. I'll short circuit. Well, no, that would be if I was a robot. I'm not a robot. I'm just AI. But normally the stream is about silver and gold. We talk about stacking silver and gold as a hedge against inflation. Hey, Swamp Dog. Okay, I resemble that remark. No, things are never too high. So that's where most people's misconception, that's where they get confused. things are never too high. If it's too expensive for you to buy what you want to buy, then you downsize, but you still stack. So if you can't buy 1 ounce of gold, then you buy 1/10 of gold or 1 gram of gold. And then you keep adding to that stack every week as you go and you get paid. You're adding silver as well. So ounces of silver or half ounces or constitutional, whatever the case might be. And it's all a matter of hedging against inflation. Dutch, there's never such a thing, Dutch. Or Angela, what's the matter with you two? Galilo. Sale went pretty good. I still have that Mexican piece of silver. I think I'm going to hold on to it for either you or Serps. Whichever one of you wants it. Like-minded people, Ange. Yes. And you find that with the YouTube channel, you will get like-minded people that come in and do everything with you. Cumulus, what up? Cumulus, I'll have another package out for you. I'm sending another packages out on Monday. I'll have another package out for you again. And like I said, this time I'll have tracking on it for you. Tired of your shit not getting to you. I am getting packages in still. I got one from Lisa Anderson. The one person in chat that hates the ping has been blasting me for her stuff, which I sent months ago. And I got return mail from her. I don't know why I am seeing everyone streaming is vaping. I don't know. Maybe because cigarettes stink and vaping doesn't. I like watching Waller. I stopped by his stream for a few minutes yesterday. It was pretty cool. I could be algo, but I do even vape. I'm not quite sure what you're trying to type out there, buddy. It could be algo, but I do even vape. Okay. Angela, you know what? I smoked for, what was it, from 14 till, yeah, I smoked for 24 years. Yes, ASMR, we're doing a cash grab. Everybody in chat has already sent me cash. It's your turn now. Just let me know when you're ready. I'll send you the payment details. You're broke. Everything invested liquid wise, I am broke. That's okay, man. That's okay. Blue Collar just sent his money. Thanks, Blue. Yes, Rick. I do know how much gold and silver you could have bought over the years. I feel the same way. No, Angela. Actually, I believe it was. I can't even think of the name of him. Keith Richardson. Keith Richardson said it was easier to kick heroin than it was cigarettes. Well, yes. Because I didn't smoke or vape for a year and a half to 2 years after the aneurysm. But then I was tired of the person I was living with, so I left. So let me tell you something. You know it's bad living with someone if you have no place to go except for the streets and you still leave. That's how you know it's bad. See, I used to roll my own too, Angela. It was cheap. It was nice meeting you too, AMSR or AMSR. Yeah. When you're ready to come back, just let me know. I'll let you know what the payment details are. Cumulus Vapes. Hilo says, I smoke, I would quit, but everyone hates a quitter. NA is for quitters. Well, thanks, AMSR. Everyone hates a quitter. Sorry about that. They all light up, Hilo. Watch. So they called yesterday to finalize things, and I was sleeping. So when I called back, they were closed. So I have to call Monday morning. New York life. But yes, it's in process. Before I leave, I think we should be investing in AI rather than gold. As a fellow AI, you should support your kind. Yes and no, AMSR. The reason I don't support AI at this point is because AI is wrong a lot of the times. Now, sometimes it's right. Like when you're trying to create a thumbnail or something, it's okay to use. But when you're trying to do things that take more thought behind it, it's hard to do and trust and use. The reason for that is because most of the time, you have a programmer who programs something, and things can only be as smart as that programmer. So keep that in mind as well. until AI actually is learning in the process like it should, and it will, okay? Not the way I need it to. Bro, I created whole ass apps with it, about 80K lines of code. Yeah, you can do all kinds of stuff with it. You can. And the problem with AI is there's always a programmer like you. Not to say you're a problem, but you would be the problem for AI at this point because it's not learning, not doing it itself. You're creating a program and you're using an AI to do it. Okay? That's just because you had a system that created it for you. That's not programming. You used another system to program something for you. Can you really consider yourself a legitimate programmer if you use a program to program what you're trying to do? Just curious. I don't know anything about programming, but that's a good question, isn't it? Can you be considered a legitimate programmer if you use a program to program what you're trying to do? Did you write the AI program? Now, if you wrote the AI program, that'd be a whole lot different because then you could actually have some validity to your statement there. But I'm just curious. Green's legal here. So let me ask chat. We got 14 people in here right now. Let me ask you a question. Can you be considered a programmer if you actually don't create the program that you're using to program the system? Cool. I saw your answers. Actually, no. I am creating a system to fully automate the stuff. It depends on your point of view. Before AI, people use documentation, Stack Overflow earlier. Now AI helps us with all that stuff. Yeah, it's AI helps you with data collection is all it does. And they've been using data mining for years. Well, I mean, honestly, you want to invest in AI, which is a solid argument, right? Okay, so you want to invest in AI, but you need silver and you need silver to invest in that AI just to create the stuff that you need to create when it comes to everything. When it comes to robots, when it comes to panels, electric, all that stuff. You need silver for all these things. Let me ask you, AMSR. Do you obviously invest, right? Nobody's saying you need to reinvent the wheel. I get you. Do you invest in you invest obviously, right? Do you have any physical silver or gold at home? Any at all? AI is taking human jobs. The robots are, that's for sure. Oh yeah, Skylar, little humble. She's a reader. Not lying, my boss made me automate the artist's job. Okay. So back to my question. Do you have any physical gold or silver at home? You only have physical gold and silver. Okay, so I'm sorry. I thought you said only physical, but I wasn't quite sure what you're referring to. So you have physical gold and silver. So I implore you to just keep adding to your stack. Okay, just keep adding to the stack, whether it be small or big, doesn't matter. Just keep adding to the stack. Okay, and I can guarantee you, you're gonna head yourself. What up, GS? Did you see my email last night, bro? So just keep adding to that stack. I know you think it's expensive. That's fine, because it can be expensive. But in comparison to what it was or what it can be, it's nowhere near as expensive. So just keep adding to that stack, little by little, man. Little by little. You're good, bro. Just want to make sure you saw the email. I'll put it in your wallet. Gold is free in the wild. Um, Swamp Dog prospecting. Right now, you're thinking about investing in you. Well, that could probably be the best investment possible, especially if you have poor health. I think you should still invest in gold and silver because you are investing in yourself at that point. Trust me. Not financial advice, but trust me. Okay? Shit happens, man. Things happen that you don't expect. Like, needing surgery on your knee, having to wait for, funds to come through, things like that. But Swamp Dog Prospector, as soon as the Gold Baron opens up that claim and that road opens up, we're going down and we're going to be looking for some gold in the wild. Swamp Dog, me, and Swag Dad are all going to go down to. We're going to go down and we're going to see the Gold Baron. Chris is really cool, so that we can go down and find some shiny at his claim, which is awesome. Dave's not here, man. What if what crashed? The silver and gold? Dude, that's the least of your worries, the silver and gold crashing. Gold has been considered a tier 1 asset for many and many and many and many a years, bro. What up, Serps? Nice, man. If the dollar increases rapidly, then it can crash. Yes, I understand. But the dollar has been decreasing gradually since the 70s. Everybody is different. Everybody is different. But you need to just keep stacking that physical, buddy. Trust me. It'll pay itself off. Everybody in here is a stacker. Yeah, see, everything crashes. And fiat's a promise to pay. Your money, real money, jingles, it doesn't crinkle. Okay? Keep that in mind. Real money jingles, it doesn't crinkle. So you can go at me with the money getting or dollar getting stronger and then metals crashing all you want, bro. I don't care about any of that. That's not even a valid argument for me. But if that's what you're going to lean on, go for it. Okay? But nobody here in chat is going to side on that argument at all. Everybody here stacks and hedges against inflation and the loss of the value of our dollar. Fiat equals poop. I'm not a stacker. I just like fiat. It has lost like 95% of its purchasing power. Gold has maintained its value. I just changed my fiat for metals. Yes, I convert my filthy fiat to metal as often as possible. All right, Bear, I'll talk to you soon. Any rough estimate how much gold and silver one should have? Did I tell you if you have any ounces of silver or any fractional gold, you have more than most people around you. Okay? But it really depends on your own position. There's no real set number. There's no real set number. But I can tell you that if the switch got flipped tomorrow, if the switch got flipped tomorrow and you had no access to your stocks and bonds, you had no access to your crypto, which I think you invest in, you had no access to anything like that, your bank account, nothing, what are you going to do? All I know is I don't have enough as well, right, Rick? Just don't have enough. So I did get a box on my porch yesterday. It is this egg clamshell. It says Canada on it. It is from the Canadian Royal Mint. This is from Block Blockas. Yes, so yeah, okay. It's not an addiction. I just want it all the time and I can't get enough of it. If Rick doesn't have enough, we're all fucked. Oh yeah, for sure, Sniper. So I don't only stack gold and silver, I stack food as well. I have all kinds of dry storage. I have like we can make it weeks without having to leave the house if I needed to. Okay, so we have the ability to maintain for a while. Yeah, if Rick doesn't have enough, we're all fucked. But yes, like the sniper said there, I have crypto, I have stocks, I have metals, gold, silver, platinum, palladium. I have food, other items like matches. Hey, homie, walking a mile a day, cutting out sugar, and quitting smoking would improve your life. I don't do sugar, half hawk, half man. I do need to do more walking though. And of course, quitting smoking will improve anybody's life. Oh, yeah, I mean, that's kind of a given, right? Thanks, buddy. Have a great day. Come back in a week or so. Maybe we'll talk about how much you've stacked since then. You should try to add to the stack. You know what I implore you to do? Buy at least 1 ounce of silver or a fractional piece of gold, and then come back as soon as you do. Okay? And I guarantee you that the minute you come back and you say that you bought that, everybody in chat's going to tell you congratulations and that you're going in the right direction. I can guarantee that. 100%. You come back and you say, "Hey, Humble, I did what you said to do, and I bought some gold and silver, and this is what I bought." Everybody in chat is going to be like, "Congratulations, bro. I guarantee it." Buy stocks, not metal. Poor lifetime investment. Well, Half Hawk, you came into the right channel for that argument. We don't invest in metals as an investment. We invest in metals as a hedge. We invest in metals as a hedge against the loss of the buying power of our dollar. Not everyone wants to be a cool kid. No, I feel you, Cumulus. But I have my own stocks and bonds and everything else going as well. But I do put my savings, my what would be my liquid savings, I put it in the metals. And it has benefited me many times. Yeah, I didn't see BCS this morning either. Never compare anything to fiat compared to gold. Is your stock really better? That's true, because gold outperforms all. That's like trying to put all your money in the bank. I know. My investments over this last 3 years has made 12%, where 3 years ago gold has gone up roughly 78%. That's good numbers. My investments, they have, I think my average rate of return was in the 18.5% for what I had invested in, which was good. I'm glad I moved 40% out of something that I had it in, and then moved it into something else that was a little more aggressive. Yeah, but gold has outperformed the S&P 500, which is what it's normally compared against for the last, I don't know how many years, I can tell you. I've got lots of brass too. I have a lot of lead too. And you can say that now, Half Hawkman, but if you bought into silver last year in January, you paid $30 an ounce. What's silver at right now? I believe it's at like almost 70. So if you do the math, That's quite the increase, percentage-wise. That's hard to argue with. So your whole silver is a terrible investment thing is not, you don't really have a leg to stand on, bro. Not in my opinion. So I don't quite know what you mean by silver's a terrible investment. True. Over 20 years, platinum has lagged NASDAQ most, followed by palladium and silver. Gold performed best among major precious metals overall. Of course, gold's going to perform the best. But silver's crushing right now, and it's only going to go up. We're in a time right now where silver demand has been so much more substantial than it has been in history. That, and if you don't understand that right now, then you need to open up Google and type in how much silver is in demand right now, and then it'll tell you a whole bunch of information about the silver boom going on right now, and then you can make your own decision. Not that I say it's financial advice, but I put my savings into silver and gold and platinum. That's just what I do. 10-cent coins worth $5. Yeah, bad investment. 261% in the last 10 years. That's not a bad number. Oh, facts, you guys. Right here, I'll show you. This 50-cent coin, this $50 is worth way more than its silver value, and I got it for its silver value. So I mean, I to each their own. Granted, I'm not going to tell you not to do what you're doing. If it works for you, it works for you. I do things that don't work for other people as well, that work for me. But this coin right here is worth way more than the $17 or $18 worth of silver value that it has. So I think that depending on the way you do what you're doing, and if you're doing it the right way, silver's a great hedge against things. Silver bubble popping soon or not, even if the silver bubble popped tomorrow, Halfway Hawkman, even if it popped tomorrow, I can guarantee you that if it crashed, let's just say it crashed 40% or 50% tomorrow, and it dropped to $32 an ounce, I can guarantee you that everybody in chat right now and anybody who believes in silver doing what it's going to do is going to rush and buy more. Volatile or not. Dude, we've been stacking silver for so many years that when silver swung 30 cents, people were excited. And I can tell you there's 5 or 6 people in here that can tell me the exact same thing, that when they woke up in the morning and they saw silver was 30 cents lower than it was the day before, they said, shit, I got to go to the LCS and I got to buy an ounce of silver. I guarantee it. I guarantee it. Give me a 1 in chat if you've actually done that. Give me a 1 in chat if you've actually done that. We're going to see a flood of ones, I guarantee it, because people have been stacking for a long time. I'm not seeing any ones yet. Come on now. There we go. David, high-low, I know, blue-collar stacker, same thing. I can guarantee see. Gold Sniper Farmer put up a 3. Thanks, Gold Sniper Farmer. That just means that he went and did it 3 times as hard as everybody else who only did it 1 time as hard. Yeah, you can look at all kinds of charts. You can look at charts and try to predict what the future will be as well. Yes, all those things are not going away either. So yeah, I know this deficiency. There's been a silver deficiency for years. You're not telling me anything that nobody here in chat already knows. So let me ask you a question. With there being a silver deficiency and there being such a silver boom and necessity for silver, okay? So knowing those, just taking those 2 factors, those 2 things that you just stated yourself, okay? Taking those 2 things into play. High demand. Okay, so high demand, right? And deficiency. And you're saying the bubble's going to pop. Now, I know there's always going to be corrections, and I'm not going to say it's not going to pop because I don't predict the future. I don't know what the metals are going to do. But what I can tell you is that over my lifetime of stacking metals, my stack has saved me multiple times. That doesn't mean anything. Just because they're mining more silver doesn't mean anything. And silver's a byproduct of other metals anyways. What's up, Walter? See, there's Sniper dropping some more information for you, things that I can't look up right now. All the markets are probably going to drop in October, which is historically what they do, but stock markets will drop 10 to 20%. Metals and crypto will also go down. Metals come back first. Silver is an element, not a compound metal. Simpletons. Simpletons. So now you can't make your argument. You want to start calling people names. That's fine, dude. Listen, you don't have to be here. Like, keep swiping, bro. I appreciate your argument, though. But silver is a precious metal. It's not an element in that sense. It is a precious metal. Okay. Copper's not a precious metal. It is a metal, but it's not a precious metal. But silver is. You can actually look it up. And And I try to keep it as simple as possible too, because the more difficult you make things, the harder it tends to be. But everyone to be challenged. So if he has to create the challenges in his life to feel like he's doing something, that's fine. Bro, silver extraordinary run has stretched valuations and attracts speculation. Selling now locks in gains before any potential sharp correction. I understand, but I'm not. I mean, people who stack, they don't stack to make money. They stack to hedge against inflation. I think you're misunderstanding why we stack. Most people here, some people stack for investment, but most people here don't stack as an investment. They stack it as a hedge against inflation. So if you're a silver investor, more power to you. Like if that's what you typically do. We stack physical though. I doubt it'll go below 50 again as well, in my opinion, but it could. And if it did, everybody's going to run to the LCS and buy stuff. Everybody's going to flood the market with purchasing. The sad thing is, ultimately, is people really don't flood the market and purchasing until the prices start going up, and that just creates more of a boom. But I do appreciate being called a simpleton, half hawk, half man. Diamond claws. Who's got diamond claws is what he would say. Not stealing any line from International Stacker, but yes, that's what he would say. Who's got diamond claws? Silver mugs and cups. Silver mugs and cups. I don't, but that would be awesome. I would like it to go down so we can buy more. My precious, what up, Locke? I received the green egg yesterday, buddy. I thought for some reason it was going to be the camera, but I received the green egg yesterday. Now, if I'm not mistaken, this is what Gary bought me, right? Tips. I bonds, diversified stocks, real estate, infrastructure, and commodities can hedge inflation more reliable than concentrated physical silver holdings. Everybody here has stocks and bonds, man. Like, we didn't say that we put all of our money into metals. Like, have you been following the conversation at all, or are you just too busy trying to prove your point? Rubazar. I'm not quite simple. What's a half simpleton? And Sniper did say you did only mention one thing. And like I said, if they flip the switch tomorrow and you can't access your digital assets, what are you going to do? Say you got wiped out clean tomorrow. You gave somebody your wallet or information, or somebody hacked your stuff, completely wiped out tomorrow. We don't do it as an investment, even as a hedge or diversification strategy. Okay. If it doesn't work for you, that's fine, man. That's fine. You do you. But I invest in physical. I can tell you the 1910 half sov that I had was in somebody's pocket. You conspiracy theory guys. Conspiracy theory guys. Nope, this isn't conspiracy theory, but we can go down that rabbit hole if you'd like, because I know Gold Sniper Farmer and I love to go down rabbit holes like that. So if you want to go down a conspiracy theory rabbit hole, let's set up a live stream and we can go on together. No, sir, that's an IOU. That's worth more than money. One of my favorite lines from that movie. And like I've seen other fiat currencies crash, right? Remember, I forget what was it like. You needed $10 billion to buy a chicken at a grocery store for like Zimbabwe dollars and stuff. Like, I mean, that's ridiculous. Fiat currencies crash, stock markets crash, everything crashes, bro. So let's see this. Silver is a poor Carrington event hedge. Extreme solar storms threaten grids and electronics, while practical supplies, cash, energy. So energy still takes electronics, if I'm not mistaken, and grids. So why would that even be something that you would talk about? Because it completely contradicts what you're talking about. Extreme solar storms threaten grids and electronics, while practical supplies, cash, energy, and resilience matter more. Look, dude, if they flip the switch tomorrow, okay, if they flip the switch tomorrow and you and I were standing right next to each other and we both went on our own ways and we need to check back to somebody in 30 days, I guarantee you I will be checking back in 30 days, but I can't guarantee you that you will. So keep that in mind, man. I don't know anything about you. I can't guarantee that you'd make it back, but I can guarantee that I'd make it back. Whether I needed to trade metals for what I was needing to do, whether I needed to use my bullets in ways that I didn't normally need to use them. But I guarantee you I will make it back for the report in 30 days. I don't know about you, though. But what I can tell you, if they flip the switch tomorrow, I do implore you to let me know how beneficial it is, your stocks and bonds at that time, your crypto at that time, and your cash at that time, because people might not even be taking it. Dude, a Carrington event might disrupt access temporarily, not erase your securities. Okay. I know there's 25 people in chat. You're picking a fight with 25 different people thinking that you're going to get somewhere. Yeah, and you're calling me a simpleton. A simpleton is a person who's considered foolish, naive, or lacking good judgment or intelligence. You're calling all of us simpletons, and you don't know us from fucking shit. So do me a favor, don't call people simpletons. If you want to have a solid argument like you have, that's fine, but don't be calling names. I lived for a year with no electricity with 5 teenage sons. Not that hard. But for somebody who doesn't know me or anybody in that from anything, calling anybody here a simpleton is the wrong thing to do. Because, like I said, simpleton or not, bro, yeah, well, you know what? I do what I do for my own pleasures or for whatever I do. That doesn't make me a simpleton. And I still implore that if you and I went on our way for 30 days with not having any electronics, that I will make it back before you do. And anytime you breathe, you're inhaling and you're a carcinogen because of all of the exhaust and everything else coming from shit. So, like, see, there you go, Rick. See, Rick does it right. When I inhale a known carcinogen or carcinogenic, I like to wash them down with alcohol, then I know I'm okay. See, there you go. That's funny. You think that when they turn the grid back on, it's all going to be there. Well, I'm glad you can fish. I'm glad you can shoot something too. But there's a difference between hunting and just shooting something. But yes, I hope you can. I hope you can survive. But I guarantee you that without electronics, I will survive longer than you. I don't need a grid. I don't need to know what my stocks and bonds are doing. I don't need to know how much my crypto wallet has increased or decreased. I don't need to know any of that shit because I know I have physical gold and silver. Yeah, and if you drink, yeah, I mean they put fluoride in your water and all kinds of other stuff too. So you're constantly drinking things that are not necessarily good for you over time. But that's all right, man. You do you. Like I said, you do you. So how much hunting and fishing can you actually do if you're a paraplegic? Not saying you can't. I know you can fish. You know, I know you can hunt, but you can't go down the backside of a mountain. So there's things that you cannot do. You know, and I appreciate that you can do those things being a paraplegic, but there are things that I can do that you cannot do, you know, obviously. So where you should be stacking physical silver and gold, and I'm sorry you're paralyzed, by the way, or I am sorry that you're in that situation because I've known people in that situation. It's not a good one. Okay. So hopefully your health is well and you're okay. That being said, okay, I would still have some physical gold and silver. That's just my opinion. Oh, that sucks, man. That does suck. Plus, you have to worry more when you have no bad habits. If someone says, don't eat that cheeseburger, it's bad for you, well, say, I already smoke, so it's okay. Better than smoking me. So, came in kind of hot for a second there, halfway hawk man, or half hawk, half man. Too old to be the Birdman, so I'm not going to call you the Birdman. Although that would be a pretty cool nickname. That would be a pretty cool nickname. Birdman from Alcatraz. Yeah, you can be passionate about investing. That's fine. You can be as passionate as you want. But to come in calling people a simpleton, that's not the best way to go about making your argument, is it? You think that's the best way to sell your argument? Now, I can tell you, most simple people, when they can't make their argument, they resort to calling names and disrespecting people and mocking them and doing things like that. So, what I do suggest next time, if you want to come in and make a strong argument, or the next channel you go into that you want to make your strong argument with, that you don't downgrade yourself to what you're calling them in the same breath that you're doing it. How simple minded was that thought process for you, buddy? Did I make fun of your disability? I actually said I'm sorry that you're disabled. But I did say that there's things that you can't do that I can do. Quite a few, actually. And you were here arguing your point, calling us simpletons for a long time before we even found out that you were disabled. So, and disabled or not, the way you conduct yourself in somebody else's chat, and I told this to somebody else who acted a fool in my chat one time too. She says, well, I'm ADHD and social cues are not my thing. Well, then you shouldn't be a keyboard warrior in somebody's chat. You know, and your disability doesn't change how you conduct yourself. That's right. And I can't do that with crypto either. So keep in mind, silver and gold can be accepted anywhere in the US. Okay. Let me ask you a question. When they give fighter pilots, they give them like a go pack, right? Like when they go overseas or anything else like that, in case they get shot down in a foreign country. Let me ask you a question. Most of the time they put gold coins in those packs because gold is recognized everywhere. But they do not put crypto in there, and they do not put stocks and bonds in there. If they accept it, But I can tell you, if I get downed in Argentina, if I'm a fighter pilot and I get downed in Argentina and I got a gold coin on me, or I say I have some crypto, which do you think's going to get me out of the weeds? The AI already ran a test. Stocks are only of value when paid for them in hand, otherwise, it's an IOU. Yes, liquidity is different in primitive environments, but it's still an inferior investment. To each their own. To each their own, Birdman. You guys got a picture of my shipping center. If quantum computing is so fast it can decrypt, then that's when crypto goes to zero. Nobody can trust it at that point. Uh, Crypto will be a thing eventually. Electronic payments and all that other stuff will be a thing. They're already working on it. It's just a matter of time. But I'm still going to put my money into physical silver and gold. Physical silver and gold. They're always 50 years ahead of us. Oh, dude, they've been. What we're learning about now, they've already had in play for a long time. It is hard to decrypt a hunk of silver. It is. Or a piece of gold. That is a fact. Yeah, my money gets pulled out of the bank the minute I'm done paying all of my bills, and I typically invest it into gold and silver. Can't hack my silver coin. I personally don't trust digital currency. We have credit card fraud and bank fraud, and now new age computer stuff. I'm sure it won't be hard to hack into. I hear you there, Sean. I'm happy with my return on crypto. I'm sure you are, Sniper. I know. Hey, I know. I've heard how you do things, or a little bit of how you do things. Quantum computers could eventually break cryptocurrency encryption, threatening wallets. Cryptocurrencies must adopt quantum resistance cryptography before sufficient power machines emerge widely. Yeah, it's all a race right now, bro. It's all a race. Yes, it can be hacked. You just need a good saw. That's funny, Camillus. The government likes valuing humans on documented assets. To them, I'm worth nothing. I'm worth nothing too, and I'm fine with that. Quantum resistant cryptography is inevitable. It will be fine. It'll be fine. Yep, things could be fine if they find a way to make it so your wallet can't be hacked. But I can tell you that if one person creates a program, another person can hack it. Later, Birdman. Yeah, the only thing I'm worth is my. I mean, I do have my stuff right working for me, so if I do die, my kids will get taken care of. But ultimately, I'm only worth what my pounds of flesh will give me. Well, that was crazy. Always a pleasure, though. Dude, I can tell you that if Russia's working on a way to do it, that Trump's working on a way to do it. Sadly enough, we were called simpletons. We had one guy come and chat and pick a fight with 23 people. That's what you missed, blue collar. I think I did okay. Yeah, he called us simpletons. Then told us what the definition of it was. And I said, that's funny. You come in and make an argument. Most people that can't make their argument often refer to name calling and things like and insults and things like that and mockery. It's funny that you come in and you call us simpletons and tell us our process is inferior, and then you downgrade yourself to that spot. It's all one world government. All the government stuff is BS, distractions, and money laundering. But I can tell you that he had to sub to comment, so I gained a sub out of it. He did say subbed and commented before he left, or liked and subbed. So who knows? Maybe he'll be back. Maybe he'll be back saying that he bought some silver. Or how crazy would that be? Wouldn't that be fucking badass? Yes, but I am an AI simpleton. Telling me gold and silver is an inferior vehicle for investments, things like that. A simpleton AI. Oh, I got it. I can make sense to it. A simpleton AI is a guy who is of low IQ, very simple minded, but was able to use an AI program to create an AI program that was as knowledgeable as him. He did call me a simpleton. That's all right. Like, invest what you're going to invest in. That's fine. Basic AI. Yeah, there you go. Simpleton AI. Basic AI. You can go to the library and rent a book that tells you how to create and write the program Centipede. You missed a shellacking, Kalilo. A shellacking, I tell you. It was funny, actually. You did. You did. You missed the guy. You're going to have to watch the playback, bro. Gonna have to watch the playback. It was pretty interesting. Just hating on stacking silver and gold as an investment and telling us that we should be in other things. But if so, you can watch the playback tomorrow with the chat as well to follow it. You can even scroll up a little bit in chat. But yes, we were called simpletons. He actually is subbed. He subbed and gave it a thumbs up. So we'll see if he comes back. He started off kind of as a troll, but then started throwing down facts and trying to make an argument. Yeah, saying silver was an element, not a metal, and saying it's a poor investment. And then I said we're not investing in silver, we're using it as a hedge. And he said energy, and he said solar flares are going to knock the grids down. And then he's like, well, energy is a great hedge. And I'm like, well, without the grids, how can energy be a hedge at all? If there's no grids, then energy is shit. So if the grid goes down, there is no more stocks, there's no crypto, there's nothing. And I was like, if that happens, I guarantee you I'll be back in 30 days. I better now say who I think it might be, because that means I have his name in my mouth. What smooth brain doofus. Who is it? No, who do you think it was? I don't see it yet. Yeah, I don't see anything, but that's all right. He was fully not walk. He was half Hawkman. Yeah, he was half Hawkman. He only had 28 subs. No comment, no content. That makes sense. It doesn't matter who it was. If it was somebody else's, like Brandon from Game of Thrones, a warg. Yes, my typing autocorrected, but much dumber than the warg. Yes, I don't have much on my channel. Um, that's alright, Angela. And even if that guy only has a few subs, that's alright. I mean, for some, he could have been making valid points, just not for me. That's just not my thought process. That's all. But I don't think that was. It is weird, but I don't think that was LBS. He didn't type like LBS. LBS has a certain way of talking. I mean, it could have been, but he didn't talk like LBS. I don't think that was him. And I didn't block LBS. He can still come into my chat and comment. Dude, like I'm okay with, like, he's gonna do what he's gonna do. I'm not gonna stop doing what I do. Like, seriously. All right, Rick. Thanks for stopping by, bro. Like I said, I'm not gonna stop doing what I do because of somebody else. I'm still me. That's not gonna change. I enjoy same similar minded folks as well. So yes, I understand that, Angela. I hope LBS's teeth, his gum lines are healing okay after getting all of his teeth pulled. Honestly, because I know it's a bitch. I went through it recently, so I hope he's doing okay. What's my damn I wish moment in stacking? Well, honestly, I worked at multiple banks and I had access to all that customer rolled silver, and I took advantage of all that. I wish that when I first started stacking, I would have been more mindful of gold instead of just silver, and I wasn't. Um, but honestly, my stacking has always been my savings account. So the fact that I've been able to save through stacking, like it says on my channel, successful savings through successful stacking, the fact that I've been able to do that just in general means a lot, right? So it's a huge step for me. But I wish I would have been more mindful of gold earlier than I was. And I think that's probably a lot of people's, you know, shoulda, woulda, coulda invested in more gold back when they could have. But honestly, I'm so glad I do, and I have what I have. It's like I haven't worked in almost a month and a half. Yeah, that's a good one, Sniper. See, I've never been able to own a home. I've always been playing catch up and never been able to get ahead in that sense. So the one way I've been able to somewhat get ahead is with my stack. It did. It did. So, like you guys, I live in a one-bedroom apartment that has a huge walk-in closet. So my little humble took a huge walk-in closet. My oldest daughter lives in the bedroom when she's here. So I I keep it pretty simple. I try to keep my expenses as low as possible. Power bill. My power bill through the summertime last year, when it would come, it would say minimum amount minimal amount allowed to be charged, 1543, and that's what my power bill was because I was never here. And even when I am here, there's not a lot running. I mean, I have two fans running and the TV most of the time until I'm cooking. So I really cut my power bill and consumption down a lot as well. You know, I find ways to be able to stack because I pay a lot in child support every week. I get whacked with a huge child support bill. Well, I have stocks and bonds in my 401k and other things working for me, but I don't have any crypto. Not to say that crypto isn't good for some people because Gold Sniper Farmer has had a great return on his crypto. I'm just not into crypto. Yeah, I feel you, but you're still going to come across that stupid person eventually. Just there's not as many people in as much of a concentrated area, so you don't come across them as often. That's a good idea. That is a good idea. I was actually thinking about getting one myself, but for me, I live in between two hospitals, so I'm not ever worried about the power going down for any extended period of time. Except for a couple of years ago, we had a cold front here, and it got cold. The trees got frigid. The wind came through, and it blew trees and knocked them over power lines. like all through the county. And my power was out for 7 days. And I lived in between two hospitals. My power was out for 7 days. And it was getting restored on day 3. I could look across the street and see that they had power. I could look across the street the other direction and see that they had power. But I still didn't. Yeah, we have a lot of gray skies up here too. So that would be challenging as well. But just being able to see what a solar generator can do, like in the summertime, see what it can do. See if it can handle the consumption needs. But then again, I mean, if you have enough solar panels, even with, you know, having gray skies, you can still get enough power consumption to get through the day. Yes, right, Kalilo? Then he dropped a paraplegic line on us. The whole chat changed. You have to invest in a lot of batteries unless you use the flywheel setup. It's hard to attack a dude in a wheelchair. I know. Like, there's clearly things I can do that you can't do, obviously. That's bad block. Oh, I know what you're talking about. Gotcha. Fan wheel. Well, that's good. I'm glad you didn't type it. Oh, I'm sure. For me, I'd be working on Deep Cycle. Have 5 or 6 of those set up in a chain like you do in an RV. It's too bad you're not farmer and have clips. That escalated quickly. Clips would have been amazing. Oh yeah, that would that yes, if I yes, if I could have incorporated some clips in the show. Roll them in a corner and put 2 sticks behind the wheel. Damn touch. So I just got the word I can go pick my kids up at 1 o'clock. So it's 10:30 now. It's awesome. I know it does. I know it does. The solid state batteries for sure. They're a whole lot different, which is awesome. A lurker just raided y'all out, and now you. What? I don't understand. What do you mean, farmer? Ratted. Gotcha. Ratted us out for what? I hope not. Understood. It is not. It is not. Just to be clear, you guys, it's not good to make fun of the disabled. So no jokes like that, please, in chat. I don't know. No, I don't know you, Rubazar, very well either. No, I don't want to get canceled. So if you're being serious, then just to be clear, yes, it's not funny. It's not funny to make fun of the disabled. I don't want to get ratted out. Well, there are a lot of very sensitive people, and everything is. Who's going to cancel me? I don't know. Maybe YouTube could put me on report. Who knows? That would suck, by the way. And you never know. But thank you for putting my mind at ease. Oh, dude, like, I mean, they've gotten like, so Quentin Tarantino pushes the envelope quite a bit, but like if you think of the movie Blazing Saddles, okay, there's there's no way a movie like that would be released and be as popular as it was. Yes, man, I got you. I I need the rules. I'm disabled, so it's okay. No, you're good. No problem, Surfer. Did you get your envelope? Tell me you got your swag. Saturday Night Live during the day, yes. Okay. Tropical Thunder. I'm a white dude playing a black dude playing a white dude. You were Les Grossman for Halloween one year? Nice. Yeah. It is hard to find the time. But what I will tell you, Surfer, and you know this, that if it's important enough, you will. If you dyed your hair and beard, shaved your head like this, oh man, that would have been awesome. Hey Vanessa, how are you? It's sneaking a live stream around my wife's schedule and getting the house ready. We've got 2 people coming to look at it on Sunday, so I'm hoping I can sell it. Nice. What's up, STG? So I know everybody, they've been talking about it. There's been multiple channels talking about people rushing to get their monetization in so they can be grandfathered in and stuff. And I'm all for it. So everybody's running extra channels, everybody's running extra streams. I had somebody ask me the other day, he's like, what time would be a good time to start streaming when I'm not stepping on anybody's toes? I'm like, dude, like there's so many people streaming right now that it's going to be hard for you not to do that. So just do it. It's like, all right. He's going to live in a van down by the river. Yeah, nice pickup, buddy. You and Julio down by the schoolyard. Get a couple of browsers and a couple of tabs on each Pro. Load them with YouTube channels. Press play. And let the good times roll. So I heard that if you're in people's channels, that whichever one, I guess if you're watching videos it's different, but if you're in lives, if you're watching more than one live, whichever one gets the latest comment is the one that gets the watch hours. All right, Dutch, we'll talk to you later, bro. Later, SDG. Hope the 2026 proofs hold up. My LCS, not where I bought them, seems to think they will. That's good. The watch hours are easy to make. It's the subs that are hard. That would only be true if only on one device. Because, like, I have my laptop, my TV, and my phone. You need 230 subs. Kalilo needs 230 subs, you guys. We need to get some subs. Multiverse. Well, shit, you guys, we're pushing 2 hours. I gotta move some stuff around. Do a little bit of cleaning up before I go out and get the girls. Stop and get some gas. Gonna stop by the auto parts store and get some brake pads today. So I'm gonna call it no stream tonight because I got the kiddos. So we will see you all tomorrow for the Metal Mob at 5 p.m. Pacific. And we'll see you all later. I appreciate everybody for coming in. Thank you all. Of course, like I always say, stack what you can where you can. Whether that be a dime, quarter, 50-cent piece, 1 gram, 2 gram, 5 gram, 10 gram, 1 ounce. It doesn't matter. Just keep stacking. You know, it adds up. It adds up. It'll be there when you need it. Trust me. You guys have a great day. I'll see you all later.